This is Mike over at Old Tools. I got in my hands the old Bung King Crash Bar, and it's going to be an install video on how to install this bad boy. Crash bar slash engine guard. We like to call them over here because we don't like the word crash. But this will save your life, as BK knows. Real heavy gauge metal, keeps the bike upright, not pinning you down, so you could slide out underneath if you need to, God forbid. But it also doubles as a highway peg too, when you got those times you need to stretch out for those long miles. I want to give a shout out to Deadbeat Customs and Bung King for sponsoring this video. All right, so we're gonna need the hardware for that engine guard slash crash guard, which way you want to refer to it. Needle nose pliers to pull out the plugs in the frame. That's help with that. Screwdriver. A T45 for the peg mounts that are currently on the bike, bolts, or forward or the foot controls. For the brake, 3/16 Allen, and for the new hardware, 5/16 Allen. Ratchet, 3/8, and some Loctite. You want to use red. So we're going to start by removing both foot controls. Basically just unbolt the two bolts down here, bolt the brake linkage, and then the other side we're just going to unbolt just the two bolts for the other footrest. I'm going to remove the linkage bolt first. Come on. I'll get it off once we get the whole assembly out. Then we'll just set that off to the side. We'll come to the other side of the bike here. All right, there goes that. Now we got to remove these plastic covers, or plugs, I should say. That's where a screwdriver and a needle nose come in handy. Because it's a threaded hole, you can usually just thread them out once you get a grip on them. Yeah, you can. They pop in and out, but it's easier to just thread them out than trying to actually force them. That. Also, we got to remove the master cylinder on this side. But we're just got to remove the master cylinder assembly as well on this side. So it's basically just whatever this bolt's left, which is a T45. Unless you can kind of just swing it out of the way for now. And you got another one of these caps here, plugs. Alright, that's it for removal. Now we're going to install. Alright, since we got all this brake controls apart, we're going to install these Moon MCs. Brake lever and shift lever. It is a lot lighter. I don't know exactly the numbers, but it is a lot lighter than the stock one. The stock ones are just like heavy steel. It almost like they're aluminum, but they're just not as well, like great a quality as these ones from MC. So great construction, brass insert. Yeah, we'll throw these on and continue with the engine guard install. Now I have the brake assembly, foot assembly for the right side there, and a vise just to hold everything together. So that way you can get the bolt for the old brake arm out there and unbolt the shift linkage, or the bolt brake linkage. Yeah, you gotta hold the brake arm at the same time you bolt in the, or unbolt the brake linkage. Set that to the side. Now we can unbolt the arm. Now the Harley puts a nylon insert in there. Now that's aluminum, but it's, you can tell it's chintzy aluminum. I'll grab the new one. We'll throw a little blue Loctite on those bolts. I'm gonna throw a little grease on the brass bushing there. And we'll just clean up the excess once we put it on. The grease will help with any seizing issues that may occur. And I know BK likes to run that on all weather. I'll throw a little blue Loctite on the linkage. Oh, getting low. All right. And I'll throw the peg on after the fact when we get everything assembled. You always want to protect your painted parts. And now we're going back on with the engine guard. Where's my red Loctite? Get those bolts. Bolts over here. All right. Now I'll grab the engine guard. That I might have. Yeah, I might have this. Maybe not. I can get the whole line up. Just get one started. I'll get the other ones in here. That, and then I'll grab the red Loctite and put. Now, reposition the master cylinder assembly. And we're going to reuse the T45. I think it's long enough. Should be long enough. It's going to be a little close, actually. I think we're going to use one of their supplied longer bolts for that. Yeah, we're going to do that. Keep losing the damn Loctite. Throw a little Loctite on there. There we go. Throw in these bolts. Alright, now we'll go to the other side. And we'll go throw these ones in. You want to always probably keep everything loose until you install all the bolts, just to help with alignment issues that you might come across. Because if you don't have it, all the bolts in, you tighten everything down, some of the bolts won't line up properly. So now that we're all in, we can buzz them in, which I'll use power tool for that. There's still patch lock on the threads on the frame side of the bike. All right, now I can torque everything up. I'm gonna torque these at 40. While we're here, let's do the shift linkage, or the brake linkage. Keep saying that. Throw a little blue on there. All right. That's the brake side. And now we'll go to the shift side. Again, 40 foot-pounds. Now we'll remove the shift lever, which is the 1/2-inch bolt and the nut. So you're trying to remove the pinch bolt for the shifter. It's 2 1/2-inch wrenches, will work fine. I got a set of ratcheting ones on there. Makes things life a little easier. Now, mind the orientation too, where you got this set. Yep. So it's a little higher. Now and you just throw the pinch bolt back in and torque it down. All right. All right, then we'll finish off with putting the shift pegs on. So you're gonna need a 1/4-inch Allen, a ratchet, and some Loctite. Oh, there's already Loctite on there. All right. So feed the bolt through. And just torque her down. Now you might need to grab a rag to hold on to the peg as you're torquing it down, because it's going to want to rotate on you. And being this got spikes on there, it's not too comfortable to hold on to with your bare hand. There you go. There's your shift. So while we're here doing the shifter, I want to change out the shift linkage too. I've seen these fail over time. Just the heim joints just get whopped out. So PBM, shout out to them. Purpose-built motorcycles. Their shift linkage, pretty solid. Definitely heavy grade. And we're gonna throw that in the place of the stock linkage. So what you want to do is just kind of put a little bit of pressure on the shifter, get your Allen socket in there. It's probably gonna pop into gear, don't worry. Just get it loose. I have to bring it up for the front one. Now we're neutral. Alright, so that's gonna just drop down. Now you want to get the same, you want to make sure they're the same length. So we actually gotta, yeah, actually they're pretty spot on right there. Alright, so we'll throw a little bit of blue Loctite on there. Whew, that's hot. Don't want to rest the hand there too long. Alright. just to get them started. Yeah, that looks a lot better. All right. Make sure it's good. You're gonna make sure those jam nuts are tight. There you go. There's your shifter side. And you're gonna throw the peg in for the brake lever. Now I'm gonna kind of angle this to a little bit towards the rider. Grab yourself a rag. There you go. And that's your brake setup. So that's your install of your engine guard, crash bar, Bung King, and your Mooms MC brake setup. So if you had any comments or concerns, throw them in the comment section in there, and stay tuned. We got some more stuff to throw at this thing. We're gonna start by removing the foot controls. The damn dragonfly.
Yeah, give the dragonfly a shout out.